Welcome to the Daily Increase, Episode 0. What is the Daily Increase? And a little bit about me, your host, Juan Artigas. I'd like to tell you a story on how I got here and why I'm doing this podcast. You see, it begins over 20 years ago, in the summer of 1995. After working numerous part-time jobs, I just graduated from college and was ready to start my career as well as start a family. I soon landed a full-time job. Within 4 years, I met a woman, got engaged, and got married. However, something was wrong. I wasn't working in the job I had studied for. My marriage fell completely apart, and quite frankly, I was lost. I spent the next decade and a half jumping from career to career, relationship to relationship, always searching for the next big thing, and just really not finding it. It wasn't all bad. I became a private pilot, went on some incredible adventures, and met some lifelong friends who shaped how I see the world today. However, I was fundamentally unhappy and unfulfilled. Along the way, I made some very bad decisions and realized I was constantly trying to escape my own life through video games and movies. My life had become an endless grind, and I was going nowhere fast. This basically went on for the next 15 years. I knew something wasn't working for me, but I didn't know how to change it. And so, about 4 years ago, I began reading books and listening to podcasts on self-development. At first, I would just consume the content. It really felt good to read books and listen to others speak about ways to make your life better. I just listened. I didn't take action. My first breakthrough came about totally on accident. Knowing I had to break out of my shell, I went to take a salsa class at a nighttime adult education center. The class ended up being full, so instead I randomly selected a beginning photography course. It ended up changing my life. I had always taken photos, but never really learned the art of photography, how to shoot manually, how to control light and composition. I soon realized that I had a knack for it. I had a way with photos. Using photography, I could tell stories, I could evoke emotions just with images, and I could capture moments in time forever. Suddenly, playing video games wasn't as much fun anymore. I began taking photos and traveling to new locations for photo shoots. It really opened up a lot of doors for me. Looking back, this was like the first step on reinventing myself. It began very slowly, and I didn't realize at the time. My real test was about to begin. In July of 2015, I hit rock bottom. I had just ended another failed relationship and took a long, hard look at my life. It was a mess, and things just simply had to change. I was determined to make things work this time. I was all in on changing my life. Over the course of the next year, I would make massive changes. I traveled across the country to attend a men's retreat and find clarity. While I was there, I met some incredible people. I let go of so much pain that I didn't realize I was holding on to, and created some new friendships with individuals who were looking to improve themselves. I finally quit my video game addiction. It really was a 30-year-long journey that ended with me selling all of my consoles for cash. And I began working with a friend of mine on the side, building websites. In July of this year, 2016, I was finally making enough money to where I left my corporate 9-to-5 job and became an entrepreneur to pursue the life I've always wanted to live. It was scary, and nothing's guaranteed in life, but it's what I wanted to do and what I am doing. To be sure, these are monumental, life-altering changes, but they didn't happen overnight. Looking back now, it's a transformation that happened just a little bit at a time. I had tried to make changes before, but they were extreme and they wouldn't last. I didn't stick to them. However, once I began to make small, manageable changes, they slowly became the habits that stuck, the habits that ended up changing my life. This became the inspiration for the Daily Increase. If you are stuck in a bad situation, a bad routine, have bad habits, or just want to be the best possible person you can be, then this podcast is for you. I've made big changes in my life, but I didn't do it alone. Along the way, I've read books, listened to podcasts, attended events, found mentors and coaches, and have committed to making changes. I don't have all the answers, and I am learning every day. So that's why I'll be interviewing experts in all areas to gain knowledge and habits that have made them successful and passing that along to you. If you're looking to change or improve your life, then join me on this journey that I call the Daily Increase. I'll be publishing episodes every Monday morning, so go ahead and subscribe on iTunes, and if you want to find out more, check out thedailyincrease.com. Welcome. Your transformation starts one day at a time, beginning with today.